This fight's quick. I didn't feel like I was wasting your time, but I wanted you to see that, because when we see champions with this much damage, it makes me excited, right? Here we go. Hey, welcome back to the channel. All right. If you're not interested in the intro to this, go ahead and jump straight into the timestamps in the description, where we will together take a look at whether Black Cat is worthy of ranking up for your account. I have footage of her as a rank 2, and I had a formed opinion. I actually knew how this video was going to end, and then you're going to see it. I'm about to take her to rank 3 and also use a generic awakening gem on her. And then we will take a look at some footage of her as a rank 3. And I'm starting this off very specifically this way, because usually this is at the end of these videos that I do. On Tuesday, the 12th, late in the afternoon, I found out that Black Cat is part of the rebalancing program. I had no idea. The way I had read a post earlier, it sounded like Kabam wanted to wait till they had 100 champions ranked, and to the best of my knowledge, they do not. Maybe I'm just misinformed. That's fine. But I wanted to take up Omega Sentinel because she was supposed to be the first champion in that series of rebalancing. I wanted to document it. I thought myself as a YouTuber, you as the community, we could have a lot of fun going over that, playing it out, seeing what nodes and defenders come out in the game, because that makes a big difference for champions and how usable they are. And then if that champion gets buffed or nerfed or changed in any way, shape, or form. So to the best of my knowledge, and I believe it's correct this time, Black Cat is the first champion to be part officially of the rebalancing program. I put the community post up, and I think over like 300 people have voted, and 90% of you, last I checked, had said yes. Awaken her, take her to rank 3. And so I want to do this for, I guess we'll call it for science, but really it's because it's fun. I think it'll be fun, and I'd like to do it on my live account. I think that makes it a little bit more meaningful, and we can all take a look at this together. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. It's not going to hurt that much. I mean, I've got 3 awakening gems. I'll be fine. I will be fine. I am doing YouTube for us to have fun, get information out, and have a great time doing it. So what better way to use my resources than that? And I do think her awakened ability is a big deal. We'll talk about this a little bit more later in the video, but I do think this is really helpful. So I'm happy that I've done it. And then, let's not leave her a rank 2. Let's go ahead and take her up. I was going to end this video just as as you're following along. I actually had planned on ending this video with me taking up Hitmonkey. With Battlegrounds coming up and my excitement for that, I think he's obviously an excellent defender. He can get some kills. And then he's just so valuable, I think, especially for that size of health pool and just doing quick damage. I actually like that little monkey. It's caused me this kind of series that I was going to do with Black Cat, caused me to play Hitmonkey quite a bit more and more. This isn't a video on Hitmonkey, but I do like him, and I see why so many of you do as well. So we're going to be taking up Black Cat instead. I will save the full analysis on what my thinking was until further in on this video. But I am interested in this, and I will say this, is when I was going over my rank 2 footage and taking her through the event quest, and then through that Deadpool and that Venom the Duck, I did find myself wondering, is this a champion who, as we rank her up, is going to become increasingly more impressive due to her having a larger health pool and her attack increasing? I'm very excited now to actually have the footage already done at rank 2, kind of have an informed opinion on what I thought I was going to do in this video, and then now actually take her to rank 3 and see how this plays out. I don't think she's a bad champion, far from it, but I'm curious to see how she actually fits in and helps out a summoner's account. Let's find out together. All right, we're gonna take a look at 5 fights showing off exactly what she can and then something that she can't do. And I think it's important to differentiate between those two and that you know what it is you're getting into. And then also, we will go over all of the synergy partners. I do have her all synergized up here, but honestly, I think this is a team you're kind of happy to take in, so I don't think it's really a big deal. We'll go over those at the end of this. And then again, like kind of my final analysis, although I think I kind of gave away a lot of it there at the beginning, but I wanted to get that out there. All right, this is the one fight we will take a look at as the rank 2. We're going up against this 6.1.4, I think it is, something like that. It's the one that usually has the Deadpool. I think she killed him so fast, I was like, it's not worth showing it. So we're going to go in here and fight this Venom the Duck. And we'll go over some basics on just trying to fight her, but basically, You're just trying to get this card to go back and forth there. You kind of have to do those like special moves like the intercept and a lot of it's like when you fought that superior king to get the card originally. The heavy is a nice way to get that by punishing their heavy or their special, and then or just a flat out intercept. And you can use your heavy to transfer it back, if I remember correctly. You're gonna see throughout this video though, that there's gonna be times where I kind of almost forget exactly how to do it, but in playing her, it becomes almost second nature, or like you get a lot better with it. You can see, I know I got better with it as I played her more and more, and it almost begins to not be that big of an issue. Plus her damage in the right scenarios, it doesn't even matter. So here we go. I am also running the recoil tree. I wanted to address that. You're gonna kind of see why right here. This SB2 has that big crit modifier there. You see the massive damage. We also had the vicious on us, which is what happens when the heist runs out, you have the card on you, or you use your SP2 to transfer the card back onto you, right? You get that vicious, or you get the sabotage debuff on the opponent if the card was on them, or you transfer the card over to them. And honestly, even though with what you're seeing here, right? Like I think this is relatively impressive considering the health pool on this Venom the Duck. This isn't what she's meant for, in my opinion, or it's not where she's going to really shine. What you ideally want, or where I think she is best, and we will show this, is when she can make abilities fail. It's almost like counterintuitive because of all those bleeds and things like that we're seeing. But when you can get that critical, those critical bleeds going, and then the sabotage debuff on, and she's reducing the defensive ability actually by 100%, that's when the sparks really start to fly. I kind of want to show it. So that was the rank 2. You saw that we had to kind of go through it again, the process, or through the SB2, and we kind of had to do a bit more, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. So this is the exact same fight, exact same synergy team, still running recoil with the rank 3. Now, why are we running the recoil tree when she's not bleed or poison resistant or immune? One is she's not throwing that many specials. Additionally, it increases her damage. It is noticeable. It is a noticeable increase. I talked to Campo at length about it. He and Blaze have done great videos on her. I will link both of those in the description. I highly recommend you check those out if you're interested in ranking her or pursuing her in arena or things like that. But one of it is because she really doesn't have a way to increase her attack. And so we're running the recoil and bleed masteries there, the poison and bleed. It is increasing her attack by 60%, and it is a noticeable increase considering all the critting and the critical bleeds that she's able to do. So here we go. As I said, we threw our SB2. We now have the we had the vicious buff on us, and you see the amount of damage those bleeds are doing. There's that big crit rating coming off the SP2, right? It's during this attack, Black Cat's critical rate is increased by 22.22 for each hit on both champions combo meters, so you can see how big that is. And then I missed that special there, whatever, don't worry about that. That doesn't really change the outcome of the fight as far as what you can take away from it. In this video, she would have destroyed him. That fight should have already been over. There's another, like 10 hits in that combo, would have been done. So there, I even did feel a noticeable increase going from rank 2 to rank 3. So if you're like a war player or something like that, or you use boost, I think you would notice even more as you go up, which makes sense when you think about why she works so well with recoil tree. But keep in mind, I mean, we've already, I think, mentioned 3, 4, 5, 6 things that are really high skill from the summoner themselves. You got to be really interested in learning how to play her, and then also have a lot of experience playing the game. We're intercepting, we're heavy punishing, we're special punishing, and then we're running recoil, which leaves you very little room to make errors. It is helpful with her SIG ability. We'll go over that again too with the synergies. Now, I also want to show you where I think she absolutely shines. Like, this is where I'm looking forward to using her. I will find reasons to bring her in. When she can make abilities fail, right? So there's a synergy that's going to help increase that, get the defensive ability accuracy of the opponent down very quickly. A lot of that's combo dependent, but it starts your combo meter higher. And I'm using long shot to do that. You could use domino. And we're going to go in here. This is the event quest. I do want to show you this though. So running on fumes, when we have the fatigue debuff, that's going to decrease our crit rating. But then there was something there, and I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's the skill lane. It is going to increase our attack rating. Let me see if I can just scroll back just enough so we can see it, because I do not want to mislead anyone. I think there's enough awesomeness about this champion out there on YouTube. So I really want to make sure we're giving, like, here's what's practical, here's what we can do. So All right, I did find it here. I forgot it was at the bottom of the active list page. I want you to see, these are going to be sizable attack rating increases. Obviously, she can do incredible damage. This is not to showcase her damage, so don't come away looking at that. This is to showcase the utility, which she actually does have, and these are fights I'm excited to take her into. So because Spider-Ham is a science champion, her defensive ability accuracy reduction, I think, is doubled as far as the combo meter, so that's even a nice advantage there. And there is a bit of a setup. There is a bit of a setup, right? Because we don't have him at minus 100% defensive ability accuracy, and with Spider-Ham, it's going to be the evade. And we have another fight that I think is even cooler, but you can see this, right? You can see the punishing of the heavy. This isn't too bad, but again, keep in mind with the damage, we already have 5 of those fury buffs, so you know, it is what it is, but damage isn't her issue, so I'm not worried about that. So here we go. I really want to get that sabotage debuff on, so we're going to try to bait this special one here if I remember correctly, and then I'm going to want to throw my SP2 in a way that the card is on Spider-Ham. So I would throw it, if I could, I would throw it now. That would transfer the card over to him. So here we go, because the heist is running now. I should throw my SP2. There we go, boom. He is now at minus 100% ability accuracy, defensive ability accuracy. So if he had wanted to evade, he just flat out wouldn't be able to. I was able to just go in and punish and feel really good about that. That feels great to be able to do that to Spork, right? I love using Spork, but he's not fun to fight. It would be cool to maybe do that with a Hit Monkey if we could get it so he wouldn't purify that debuff. So here we go. Now, some of you are probably like, dude, why are you showing me Rhino? And those of you who aren't sure why I'm showing you Rhino, that's why I'm showing you Rhino. Is I want to make this really, really clear, guys, because, you know, the videos on her are incredibly impressive, and kudos to the content creators that figured that stuff out. I didn't figure it out, how much damage she could possibly do. So cool, that is awesome, and then take nothing away from that. But what I want to show you is it's only defensive ability accuracy. So even after we get the sabotage debuff up on Rhino, and we have him at minus 100% defensive ability accuracy, that doesn't change things that happens when he attacks, when he lunges forward, when he mediums, when he lights, whatever, any of those. It does not change that. That's offensive. So when he attacks, he's still going to go unstoppable. This fight's quick. I didn't feel like I was wasting your time, but I wanted you to see that, because when we see champions with this much damage, it makes me excited, right? Here we go. He's got the sabotage debuff on him. Well, he still did earlier. He still went unstoppable, but you saw the damage she can do. You know, remember the attack rating thing now. Now, this for me was by far the coolest fight. This was the coolest fight. I was so excited for this. And one of the reasons this was so cool for me is Spider-Man Stealthy is not a science champion, right? And that's where she does get a slight, it's like a 2% buff or doubled buff on her defensive ability accuracy reduction. He is a skill champion, meaning this is like, you could do this, you could do this against Nightcrawler or whatever. So here we go. And you're going to see also the damage that comes off of it. So not only are your debuffs getting paused, which is really nice, you're gonna keep the sabotage going, you're gonna keep those critical bleeds going, but you're going to see the damage off of it too. I think that's her sweet spot. I think that is where you really want to be using her over some of maybe potentially your other awesome skill champions. So here we go. We're really just having to set this up. I don't want to get too many of the fatigues on me. I want him to throw his special 1. I want to eventually get to my special 2. You're gonna see right here, I think he is going to evade something right there. That's where the signature ability could come in really handy of Black Cat. Again, we'll cover that here at the end. But we really just want to work our way to our special 2. That power lock or whatever the heck it is, it's not helping things, but we get there. Trust me, it's very, very soon. And I want you to see this, because I do think this is the coolest part of her kit, and using her outside of like Labyrinth of Legends or something like that we know exists in the game right now. So here we go. You can see, let's just actually stop it. The heist ended, and the card was on Spider-Man. We didn't need to throw our special 2 to end the heist. The heist just ended on its own. It's on like a 45-second timer. The card was on Stealthy, so he's got the sabotage debuff on him. He now has his evade, his passive evade, right, from his special 1. Now look at this. This is cool, in my opinion. I think it's very cool. The evade charge will not go away because he doesn't get to use it. But every time he would have evaded, he's going to take that sabotage damage plus pause our debuffs of the sabotage debuff and the 1 bleed that we actually do have on him. So watch all these big red numbers you see coming off of him. It's very, very cool. Look at this. 67, 60, 66, 67, and then we're going to get, I think, an extra fury. So that's actually going to jump even more. Right here, I think it is. We're going to punish this heavy. Boom. Yeah, up to 72. To me, that is her sweet spot. That is where you're using her. That's where you're going to see her. And look at that. Of the damage that was done to him, 34% of it was just from the sabotage alone. We'll go ahead and go over the synergies, and then I will provide my final analysis. There's a lot here with this Black Cat. She's pretty exciting. All right, as I referenced, we were going to talk about her signature ability. I do like it. I awakened mine with the generic, as you saw. Black Cat starts this quest with 9 combo shield passives. You can see the combo shield, how that's helping out as far as reducing that defensive ability accuracy. Additionally, this was something I wasn't able to show it in a fight because it didn't happen, but that doesn't mean it wouldn't. And I can see as you play her more, you get better at her. I could see this happening more, right? Is this when Black Cat would be struck while dashing, for each combo shield effect on her, she has a 4 to 11% chance to evade, to gain an evade pass for 1 second. It'll help you keep your combo up more and prevent you from taking damage. I definitely can see how that is helpful when you're wanting to punish heavy specials and do intercepts. That's a nice piece of her kit, and I think it makes it so you're not upset about awakening her or something like that. So that's really good. Now, let's go ahead and go to her synergies. I was running the Nick Fury and Deadpool synergy. I think that makes a lot of sense because you're removing the bleed with those synergies. Let's see how that Deadpool buff is. This might be an even better team than we realize or as time goes on. And Fury's helping her out already there. Plus, you're getting the nice heal, which is allowing you to take a lot of fights. I actually took I think every single fight in those 2 lanes that you saw, I took every single fight with her, and the heal that I was getting off of it was really, really helpful. So there was that. There was also the synergy with Hercules, who's obviously a great champion to bring in, very, very recoil tree friendly, who increases the attack rating by 15% of any champion that's suffering from the poison mastery of recoil. So you have to have that poison on, which was really cool. It increases the attack even more, as we talked about why that is really, really helpful. And then this one, the probability pals, like why would I be bringing this one in with long shots? So this is increasing long shots good karma. That makes sense. I don't play long shot a ton, but there's a Black Cat video. Black Cat starts the fight with additional 40 hits in her combo Meet Her. Now, that's really helping get that defensive ability accuracy down. Let's go ahead and take a look at that just so everyone can see it. For each hit in Black Cat's combo meter, the opponent's defensive ability accuracy is passive reduced by 2%. So if you're already starting at 40 hits, that would be 80%, but that portion caps out at 60%. That's why getting that sabotage debuff, which gives you the other 40, is so helpful. But the fact of the matter is starting the fight off with a 60% reduction is really helpful when you're fighting against a pesky, annoying evade champion. I really liked it. I think it's well worth bringing in, especially because I think that is her sweet spot. I think that's ultimately where you want to use her. Now, is she rank worthy? She is the first champion to be in the rebalancing program. I'm going to do a separate video on that because I really want to enjoy tracking it, and I am going to have fun with it. This is a game. I want to have fun with this game. I'm going to enjoy tracking it, see if she gets buffed. I don't think she's going to get nerfed. I really don't think so. This appears to be exactly what they intended. They don't seem to be surprised by a single thing. So I think that's cool. Also, I don't think she needs to be nerfed. It's right now, I would actually consider her to be a niche champion. If you've watched my channel long enough, you know that I differentiate between niche and specialized. If we start seeing more nodes and defenders that have on-contact abilities that she can make fail, and that can happen through nodes or defenders, then I think she's definitely going to become specialized, and I think you're really going to want her, or she's someone who's going to be extremely helpful, especially for massive, big content. I mean, we saw what she's doing to these Labyrinth of Legends health pools, but that doesn't really exist right now. We have plenty of ways to get through Labyrinth, right, with Aegon and just so many other champions. Strife. I saw it being really cool in these initial fights. I'm sure there's going to be some in 7.3, 7.4. I'll probably take her back in there as part of the kind of just documenting the rebalancing and showing you what she can do. But right now, I think, I usually break these down into 3 types of accounts. One is you're searching for Thronebreaker. You just want to take that first rank 3 champion. Yeah, dude, do it. She's great. I think she's well worthy. I'm not totally sure where she's going to end up in the initial rankings video. When it comes out, I'll have to talk to the whole rankings team. But she's going to be well within the rank. Yeah, if you're doing this for Thronebreaker, go for it. I think she's well worthy. She could help you with ability accuracy. She could help you with evade. She could probably help you with a miss in that way, I think. And she could also definitely help you with massive damage. She's going to be great for Do You Bleed, as Campo has shown. So there's plenty there. She's a good champion. She's in some cases a great champion. You have an intermediate account. I think it's totally going to come down to whether you enjoy her or not, and what other skill champions you have. If you've already got Kingpin and Falcon and Shang-Chi, I don't know. I mean, if you really enjoy her, of course, it's a game. Always go ahead and rank her. But the way she currently is, I'm not sure where you're going to use her. I think you're happy if you get her. And if you just have like expiring resources, sure, take her up. Otherwise, I would wait for the content to come into the game, or the defenders to come into the game, or the fight to come into the game where you're like, no, I really need Black Cat for this. And then your massive accounts, right? Like, I do YouTube, obviously. I did this for fun. I thought it'd be fun for myself and then you, the viewers, to go through this, to document the rebalancing process. But as I said, and I'm pretty sure I said it in the intro to this video, until I found out she was going to be the first champion in rebalancing, I actually wasn't going to rank 3 her. I was going to rank 3 Hitmonkey, and I was going to do it for Battlegrounds because I hate fighting that little monkey. He's somehow recently become a problem, and I know he can do significant damage early and quickly, which I think would be great for Battlegrounds. I don't think Black Cat's going to be that great for Battlegrounds. As of right now, I don't think so. Maybe she will be, and I could be wrong. But once I found out she was going to be the champion for rebalancing, I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's have some fun. Let's have a good time. She's obviously worthy of ranking. And so I think that's it. If you've got this massive account, yeah, sure, have fun. Of course. I mean, you should always be having fun, but I think it's a little bit different than when you're trying to decide between her and Kingpin. I would go Kingpin. Between her and Shang-Chi, I would go Shang-Chi. Between her and Nick Fury, I would go Nick Fury. I think you understand the process here. I mean, I even think I'd go Elsa, a great skill champion like Elsa over her, because I think there's so many more places in the game where you're going to find uses for that. The big caveat to all of it, there's twofold. One is rebalancing. I want to track that. We're going to get other videos out on that. That's not the topic for this video. And 2 is if other content comes out. If we get like a Grandmaster's Gauntlet version 2, or some sort of other Abyss, or an Abyss challenge, or a Labyrinth challenge, where you want to have abilities fail, or there's defenders with abilities failing, or nodes with abilities failing, as we showed in this video, she's going to knock that out of the park, and you will be so happy you have her. So this is a little bit different for me in that in a lot of these rank-worthy videos, I usually have like, here's how the champion is, here's how they fit into the game. I have very firm opinions on all 3 of those account sizes. This one's a bit different because I know she can do great in very specific scenarios. And I can easily foresee Kabam adding nodes and defenders that will increase her value tremendously, because in that scenario, she's phenomenal. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think. I'm very, very curious. I'm very interested. Have you found uses for her? Do you foresee uses for her? Or do you just think I missed something? Either way, I do want to know, and I'm very much looking forward to tracking this rebalancing process with you. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.